Are you tired of the wellness industrial complex shoving kale smoothies down your throat and demanding you live into your 100-year-old raisin? Let's be honest, life is long, rent is high, and your retirement fund is a joke. Why settle for a boring natural conclusion when you can turn your own DNA into a glitchy Bethesda game? If you've ever looked at a warning known to cause cancer label and thought, is that a threat or a challenge? Welcome home. Today, we're quitting the survival race and speedrunning the biological apocalypse. We're going to teach your cells how to stop following the rules and start their own chaotic multiplying cult. Stick around because by the end of this, you'll realize that your local gas station is actually a high-end apothecary for the terminally ambitious. Let's get mutating. To understand the pure cancer build, you first have to understand the psychology of a cell. Most of your cells are boring, law-abiding citizens. They work, they eat, and when they get old, they undergo apoptosis, cellular suicide for the greater good. How patriotic. But what if a cell decided it was main character material? Cancer is essentially a cell losing its moral compass and deciding that the laws of biology are more like vague suggestions. It's the ultimate act of biological narcissism. Instead of dying, it decides to live forever and bring a few million clones to the party. But here's the kicker. Your body is actually really good at killing these rebels. Every day, your immune system is playing a high-stakes game of whack-a-mole with potential tumors. To actually succeed in your quest for a terminal diagnosis, you have to overwhelm the system. You need to create an environment so toxic, so utterly inhospitable, that your DNA simply gives up trying to repair itself. We're talking about forced evolution in the worst way possible. Why wait for old age to break your genetic code when you can use the buffet of modern chemistry to do it by next Tuesday? Curiosity piqued? Good, because the air you're breathing right now is just the appetizer. If you're serious about this journey, you need a flagship habit. Enter the cigarette, the classic vintage choice for the aspiring statistic. Smoking is the goat of carcinogens, making you 25 times more likely to develop lung cancer than those losers breathing clean air. But if you're a beginner, the smoke might hurt your delicate little throat. That's where the psychology of product design comes in. Menthol cigarettes are the industry's gift to the ambitious. By numbing your throat with that cool, minty finish, they allow you to inhale deeper, bypassing your body's natural "stop coughing, you're dying" reflex. It's like putting a silencer on a gun. It doesn't make it less lethal, it just makes the carnage more polite. You're delivering a concentrated payload of tar and carbon monoxide directly to the deepest recesses of your alveoli, ensuring those cells get the message. It's time to mutate. Most people smoke for the nicotine buzz, but you're in it for the long-term investment. Every puff is a tiny hammer striking the glass face of your genetic integrity. Why just breathe when you can marinate your internal organs in a cocktail of 7,000 chemicals? It's not a habit, it's a commitment to the bit. Let's talk about liquid courage. Alcohol is socially mandatory, which makes it the perfect stealth weapon for your cancer build. When you drink, your liver tries to be a hero and breaks the ethanol down into acetaldehyde. Now, acetaldehyde is a fascinating chemical. It's significantly more toxic than the alcohol itself. Think of it as high-grade paint thinner for your DNA. It literally strips away the protective coating of your genetic material, leaving it exposed and vulnerable, like a toddler playing with a power outlet. Psychologically, we call this borrowed happiness. You get the buzz now, and your cells get the catastrophic errors later. Binge drinking is particularly effective because it overwhelms your repair enzymes. It's like trying to fix a leaky dam with a piece of chewing gum while a tsunami is hitting. While your friends are worrying about a hangover, you can rest easy knowing you're actively slowing down your body's ability to fix the mutations you've worked so hard to create. Just a word of caution for the pro gamers, try not to die of liver failure or a car wreck first. That's an accidental death, and we're looking for the slow, dramatic, cinematic exit. Keep your eyes on the prize.
Who knew that the path to the afterlife was paved with pepperoni? The World Health Organization, those party poopers, classified processed meats as a Group 1 carcinogen. That puts your favorite hot dog in the same deadly category as plutonium and tobacco. It's almost impressive. Bacon, ham, deli meats, they all contain preservatives like nitrates that, when cooked at high heat, transform into nitrosamines. These are basically heat-seeking missiles for your colon. Human psychology loves a reward, and nothing says "I've given up" like a gas station sandwich at 2 a.m. We've been conditioned to crave the salt and the smoke, but that smoky flavor often comes from polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. You're essentially eating the same stuff that builds up in a chimney. By choosing a diet rich in mystery meats and poor in anything that grew out of the actual ground, you're creating a beautiful pro-inflammatory environment. You're not just eating a meal, you're fueling a biological uprising. If your colon could talk, it would be screaming. But luckily, it can't, so pass the mustard and let's keep those nitrosamines flowing.
We live in an era of convenience, which is just a marketing term for lethal stagnation. A diet consisting of Mountain Dew, Red 40, and anything wrapped in crinkly plastic is the foundation of the modern aesthetic. But there's a hidden psychological layer here, the comfort of the couch. Combined with a total lack of exercise, a high-calorie diet leads to an increase in adipose tissue, fat cells. Now, fat isn't just dormant weight, it's a highly active endocrine organ. It pumps out estrogen and inflammatory cytokines like a factory on overtime. For those pursuing the cancer build, this is a goldmine. Higher estrogen levels are a VIP pass for breast and endometrial cancers, while the chronic inflammation acts as a constant go signal for cell division. It's the ultimate irony. By seeking maximum physical comfort, you are putting your cells under maximum biological stress. You're literally building a plush, cozy home for tumors to thrive in. Why go for a run when you can stay inside, eat neon-colored snacks, and let your own hormones do the heavy lifting of dismantling your health?
Even if you dodge the processed deli meats, you can still find danger in the natural stuff. It's all about the technique. Do you like your steak rare? Boring. You want it charred. You want it looking like it was rescued from a house fire. When you fry, grill, or smoke meat at high temperatures, you trigger the Maillard reaction, creating heterocyclic amines, HCAs, and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PAHs. These chemicals are so potent they are used in labs to induce cancer in test subjects. Think about the sensory experience, the crunch, the bitterness, the smell of the grill. That's the smell of DNA strands snapping. We've evolved to find fire-cooked food appealing because it helped our ancestors survive, but we've taken it to a level they never dreamed of. By obsessively charring every protein you touch, you're ensuring that even your healthy home-cooked meals contribute to the cause. It's a wonderful bit of cognitive dissonance, believing you're eating well while actually seasoning your dinner with industrial-strength mutagens. It's the chef's kiss of self-destruction.
Let's move away from personal choices and look at the environment. You've heard of PFOAs and Gen X chemicals, right? These are the forever chemicals used to make your pans non-stick. They are called forever because they don't break down in the environment or in your blood. In fact, they're probably in your blood right now. Isn't it comforting to know you're part machine? The psychological trick here is out of sight, out of mind. You can't see the PFOAs leaching into your water supply, and you certainly can't smell the fumes from the local chemical plant. Inhaling to fine dust from manufacturing or living near a factory that vents benzenes is like playing the lottery, but every ticket is a winner. The entire global water supply is now a flavored broth of microplastics and industrial runoff. You don't even have to try anymore. Society has built a world where just existing is a carcinogenic act. You're not just an individual. You're a sponge for the Industrial Revolution's leftovers. Sometimes, to find the best tools, you have to look at history. Back in the day, we were really good at this. We had leaded gasoline to lower everyone's IQ and asbestos in the walls to ensure no one lived too long. We even had X-ray machines in shoe stores. Imagine the psychology of that. Let's look at your foot bones to see if these loafers fit. That's peak human intelligence. X-rays use ionizing radiation, which acts like a microscopic shotgun blast to your cells. It wreaks havoc, shattering chemical bonds and leaving your DNA in pieces. While we've mostly moved away from shoe store radiation, we still have the sun. Or, if the sun is too slow for you, the tanning booth. Tanning beds can emit up to 15 times more UV radiation than the midday sun. It's a concentrated dose of DNA shredding energy, all in the pursuit of a healthy glow. The irony is delicious. You look like you just got back from a tropical vacation, but your skin cells are currently screaming in a language made of mutations. If you're a completionist and the slow burn of a cigarette isn't doing it for you, it's time to go hardcore. We're talking radioactive elements, plutonium, uranium, or the holy grail, gamma rays. If you find yourself near Chernobyl, try to find the elephant's foot. It's a 3-foot wide mass of black corium, a mixture of melted nuclear fuel and concrete. When it was first formed, just standing near it for 300 seconds was a guaranteed death sentence. This is the ultimate forbidden fruit. Most people see a radioactive sign and run. The dedicated speedrunner sees it as a shortcut. It's the most extreme version of the curiosity loop. What happens if I touch the glowing spicy rock? The answer is total systemic failure.
Radiation at this level doesn't just cause cancer, it melts your blueprint. But hey, if you want to ensure that no doctor on Earth can save you, this is the way to go. It's the apex of the pure cancer build. A flash of light, a bit of nausea, and a permanent spot in the history books of what were they thinking.
You don't need a nuclear meltdown to finish the job. The beauty of the modern world is that death is in the details. It's in the fine wood dust you inhale during your DIY hobby. It's in the burnt toast you eat because you're too lazy to scrape it off. It's in the scented candles that fill your room with benzenes while you try to relax. It's even in the formaldehyde in your hair dye. The social psychology of normalcy is your greatest ally. Because everyone else is doing it, it feels safe. We've normalized a lifestyle that is essentially a slow-motion car crash. By combining all these factors with smoke, the drink, the char, the radiation, and the chemicals, you're not just hoping for a diagnosis, you're making it an inevitability. You've successfully navigated the maze of modern life and found the exit marked terminal. So sit back, light up a menthol, grab a hot dog, and enjoy the show. Your cells are putting on a performance of a lifetime, and the ending? Well, it's going to be unforgettable. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you're still around for the next video.